Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is What's in the Boxes. What's in the box?
Not just the box, it's apparently the boxes now.
Well, there's two of them, you never know.
I don't even know what's in this box.
Not a lot. No. Yeah, not really.
A marker?
Yeah, marker and stuff. It's pointless. Yeah, I know.
Yay!
Anyways, today we're going to be going over...
Anything.
Stuff.
Yeah. Anything, everything, all the things.
But as tradition, we will be starting with movies. Today's food attire is ice cream. Because why not? Because ice cream is delicious.
Look at that, beautiful.
We've got chocolate and peanut butter cookie dough and...
Pistachio and almond.
Pistachio almond. So, yeah. Well, the only movie that me and you collectively have seen together, or seen both of us seen. We didn't actually watch it together.
Was it that difficult?
It was hard. Okay, things are hard. Was The Lion King.
Oh my god. Okay, so The Lion King. That is a thing in itself. What was your overall impression?
The soulless remake of the original.
Okay.
That is really the overall view. Huh. It was absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. Looked almost photorealistic throughout the whole movie. I think it was well acted for having actors who aren't used to voice acting. But other than that, it was a soulless remake.
I don't know. To me, as far as the voice acting goes, I almost feel like they would have done better if they would have sat down and watched the original right before they started doing this.
I think it was intentionally trying to be different in certain parts. I don't think, as much as it was a remake, I don't think they wanted to deliver every single line exactly like the original person delivered that exact line. I mean, at that point, you could have just taken the old dub and just throw it in here and be done with it.
That would have been fine too.
It probably would have been better. And my personal opinion, I think it feels a little flat, only because there's about 5% emotion in this whole movie. So you can't read anything on anyone's face, ever.
I don't know. To me...
Except for Timon and Pumbaa, who are absolutely fantastic in this movie.
To me, I just feel like... I don't know. There was no emotion, like you said. It was not... Obviously, it was not as vibrant because they literally just stuck to the exact same color scheme as natural, which is fine.
It was supposed to be real.
Yeah. It was the National Geographic version, like I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they set out to make. Like a documentary-style Lion King.
But, I mean, even if the creatures were... The CGI could show more emotion, I feel like the people did not put enough personality into the dialogue. Like, Scar was not Scar. Scar was just a pouty... dark creature that didn't like his older brother.
Well, see, I like Scar in this. I like this interpretation of Scar. He's a different interpretation than Jeremy Irons' version of Scar. But I like this interpretation. And there's some story beats about him. He has more motivation in this than he did in the original.
Well, which I don't mind. Like, I like what they did with the Scar character, but I don't like that they removed his sarcastic personality. Because that's what made Scar. That's what made the dialogue from the original so memorable. Is Scar's little witty moments where he, like, oh, I have to go practice my curtsy. Like, he just had these witty moments where you could tell he was bitter, but it wasn't such a dreary, blah thing. He was sarcastic he was bitter to the point of being sarcastic, and I absolutely love that about Scar.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons is great. But I like this one too. But the only standout characters, period, was Timon and Pumbaa, in my opinion. I think Seth Rogen, and I keep forgetting the other guy who played the other one, were fantastic as Timon and Pumbaa. They were... Pumbaa was pretty much the same, but Timon, the guy played him differently, but I don't think badly, I think just different. He was a little bit different Timon than we were used to. But I think both of them really, really well. but they were funny. They were very outlandish. They were completely the opposite of the rest of the cast.
Yes.
So I enjoyed them more than anybody else.
Obviously I knew that they wouldn't have been able to pull it off, but I totally missed their luau scene. Instead, it turned into a Beauty and the Beast scene.
That was funny. That was funny. Because, yes, there were no way they were going to put him in a luau. That's too unrealistic for what they were going for. Mm-hmm. But putting Timon being prepped, and then Pumbaa being prepped, and him just on top, and he breaks into the Beauty and Beast song. Is like, it's different, but equally hilarious, because we all know it's from the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So that was a cool reimagining of that scene that we couldn't get the way it was. But that's some of the issues with this. I almost wish this would have been a Pixar-fication of The Lion King and not this documentary-style version of The Lion King. Because Pixar's great about making super realistic environments, but having more cartoony characters to express more emotion and be more enjoyable to watch.
Zootopia.
Not that far. We didn't need that for The Lion King. Let's just get us a Zootopia 2. But that was also done by Disney.
Yeah.
Not Pixar.
I still love Zootopia.
Zootopia is a fantastic movie, and I hope and pray we get a Zootopia 2. Oh, yeah. Because the first one was phenomenal. But, I don't know, Pixar could have done a great job. Like, hey, Pixar, how about you make the Lion King remake? And I think they would have done a better job than what we got. Because of their documentary style they wanted to go with. It was beautiful, but... Again, I think the voice actors acted exactly as they would have acted in like a real live-action movie.
Yeah.
And this needed the people who understood voice acting. People who understand that they need to be more emotive with their voices because there's less of that on the screen. That you can't see anything. You're not seeing anything. And even more so with this one. You really needed that exaggeration for people to really hear and understand and 100% know what you're doing. And because the animals had so little emotion expressed ever, that we just didn't get that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as live. Again, it was soulless. This was a soulless not even a remake. Because definitely not reimagining. This is almost exactly a remake of the original. With a few little minor things. I think some things for the better, but for the most part, for the worse. But there were some motivational aspects, a little extra scene here, little thing here that I think was the better idea. They took things like, these were weak parts of the original and improved upon them. But because it just felt soulless, it still was a detriment to the overall movie.
I very much enjoyed that they did the nod to Scar being caused by Mufasa, by him challenging
That was
Mufasa.
Nice.
I liked that they added how Nala actually got out of the Pride Lands.
I liked that they got Scar and his story to Simba about his father finding his roar in the mountain to give Simba more of a reason to be there and why he'd be growling and why things to give it more motivation of how it got caused.
Yeah.
So that was just better. It was better done.
I did not like his run back. It didn't really make sense considering that I didn't really like... we missed Rafiki. Rafiki was missing...
They killed Rafiki's character. They murdered his character. He's got a couple good moments in the movie, but he's already done a huge part of the original. Mm-hmm. He's even less so in this one. And I didn't like that at all.
So I don't like that the fact that it was his personal choice... between him and Rafiki to go back on his own, and then thus Nala was still looking around for him and then left. Instead, he catches up with Nala and they go back together.
Yes, this wasn't her waiting on him around, and then the Rafiki talk gets him to want to go, and he leaves without her. This was like, she's like, screw you, fine, I'm leaving, and then he chases after the fact. I didn't like the clouds. You couldn't see Mufasa very well.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that either. I liked that it starts... In the original, it starts out kind of deformed, and then he suddenly starts appearing more and more, and then...
But this one, you can't see anything remotely resembling him until there's like flashes of lightning. It's like, come on. we committed to the fact he's talking to the clouds. Can we at least shape it like Mufasa a little bit?
Let's see. I've noted this before, and you said you didn't really, it wasn't memorable to you, but I didn't really care for the added song, just because I really enjoyed the instrumental that was there.
Well, speaking of songs,
Oh jeez.
you think we could have gotten "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" at night?
No.
I mean, practically the entire thing takes place during the day.
Yeah.
It's just completely during the day. You don't get all this amazing imagery they had in the original cartoon, which I knew they probably wouldn't have done that anyway, but they could have done something to try to do, and it's completely wasted.
No.
So that was disappointing.
Yeah. Me, as far as the hyenas go, I loved what they did with the hyenas. I love that, Shanzi, is it Shinzi or Shanzi? Because I say Shanzi, but I think someone else says Shinzi, and I'm like, what the hell is it? Okay, anyway, she is the leader, which is actually very normal in hyena groups. She is also the bigger one, which is normal. I love the fact that they did not rely on the lions. So
they also changed.
Yes.
But not to the bad, it was actually a good thing.
Yeah.
They were very, very separate. It was Scar trying to come and make a deal with them to bring them on board to help him.
Yes, which I did find out from Chad is actually 100% real, considering that most of the time it's lions that actually steal kills from hyenas than the other way around, which hyenas are always put out to be these scavengers. They're the ones that go after people's food. They're the ones that just eat leftovers and stuff. And actually, it's more common to find lions stealing from them, which I thought was actually really cool. The only thing I did not like is the trio. The trio was not prominent, and Ed talked. Ed should not have talked. They could have left him completely silent and just made him...
I think they wanted to avoid that. I think they wanted to avoid the really overly exaggeratedly dumb hyena.
Instead, they made him an extraordinarily dumb talking hyena, which was 10 times worse, okay?
But he didn't seem like he was mentally challenged the entire time, which I think that's what they were trying to avoid.
I don't know. I just think that the effect was lost with the other two hyenas.
It didn't really bother me.
I didn't care for it.
It was fine.
I don't know. I liked the original trio, and the fact that they just glossed that over was to me. But, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean...
Beautiful movie. Worth seeing once.
Yeah, worth seeing once.
But it makes me not want to see any more of the Disney movies in theaters. Like, I'm already doubting Mulan. Like, I really don't think I'm going to go see it.
I will see it because I see everything in theaters. Because that's just what I do. I enjoy movies in theaters. I'm not expecting much out of it. Just based on the commercials we've already seen. Or the one commercial we've already seen. It's not giving me high hopes that I'm going to enjoy this compared to the original. Because I do really, really, really enjoy the original movie.
Very much so.
The fact that Mushu's not going to be in the movie at all. So... the majority of our comic relief is gone. And a huge portion and inspiration, what happens and why it happens, is gone. We'll change it to something completely different. And it's just, there's not going to be a musical. So they're not going to get some of the awesome songs we got in the original. Unless they do like a small homage in the background or whatever. And it looks like it's just going to be a kung fu movie. And... yeah. It's not
sad.
really what I wanted. I don't know. I need to see more commercials, but I'm not thrilled what I've seen so far.
See, what I'm upset about, though, is that it's like they're taking these movies that we grew up with. It's like we're fond of. We remember them because of the music and just things that happened in the stories and just how they made us feel. And they're turning them into, like, hyper-realistic things we don't really need. Like, I mean, they did Cinderella, fine. Like, I liked with the Cinderella that came out. It was actually pretty decent. I did not like the Beauty and the Beast, though. But they still were able to bring the magic and stuff to it. Sure, we didn't like the singing, and we didn't... Beast kind of looked funny. But, like, the music and stuff that happened in it, the plates, the flying dishes, all that kind of stuff, we still got that. It was still whimsical. It didn't have to be hyper-realistic. I mean, and then we go over and look at Maleficent. Maleficent was amazing. So why are we getting these, which is just, like...
Because it's going a different route.
If Disney was a documentary.
Because that's what they wanted to do with this one. Which, I mean, I don't mind them remaking. But it's just, they're losing a lot of the magic. Again, The Lion King had no soul. Which is one the main reason why it's not good. It just didn't have a soul to it.
I don't know. I just... Like, I don't mind that they're making live actions, but they're just making... By bringing them to life, they're putting the wrong damn life into it.
They're just worse versions of the original movies. And that's not for the good. I don't know. We have great animations, and that's great. And this is bringing these movies to a whole new generation. Just worse versions of these movies to a whole new generation.
And it's like... I don't know. I feel... If they're going to put this much time and energy, they could be focusing on things we haven't seen. Things we are not belovedly attached to at this point. Like...
Nostalgia. Money.
It doesn't matter, because my nostalgia
is
Disney. Going... All this is making me want to do is just watch the old ones and forget the new one ever existed.
You still saw the new one.
This is my last time, though. That's the thing. I might spend $1 on Redbox to see Mulan, okay?
But... They're making so much money, hand over fist.
I didn't see Aladdin. I didn't see Beauty and the Beast when it came to theaters.
Aladdin, I think, has done really extremely well. Beauty and the Beast, in 19 days, have already made over $1 billion at the box office.
But no, I didn't see any of those in theaters.
So, I mean, they make money. That's why they're making them.
But it's
they make
just
lots of money.
I feel like there are so many characters they could explore that they have not. And it's just the same as everybody else out there, just remaking books and making old shows come back, and we're watching...
No, originality is hard.
We're watching pretty much what we grew up with, trying to be formed into something for this generation, instead of building new things for this generation, and letting us teach this generation about what we grew up with. Like, it's like, instead of going, hey, this is the nostalgic stuff I grew up with, and then also sharing into all the new stuff they're getting, so that they can tell the future generations, hey, this is what I grew up with, and then sharing theirs. We're just taking all of the stuff we grew up with and reforming it into nowadays futuristic technology crap, and then giving it to them and going, ta-da! Like, I mean, horror movies even. I mean, It was great. I loved It. But then you have Poltergeist. What the hell were they thinking?
I didn't watch it.
They freaking got cell phones and... I don't know. I hated Poltergeist. The Poltergeist remake was horrible. But, I don't know. Yeah. But It was great. It's about the only one I do like.
Oh, It, yeah, It.
And then Pet Sematary was pretty much the Lion King of that. It was literally, we took the same movie, changed a couple character things, and then did the movie.
But, again, remakes are... It's more easily for a remake to make money. That's why they make them.
Yeah,
one, it's based off of nostalgia. The people who saw the originals are so curious that they're going to see the remake. And then any new people you can get as well, there you go. And if it by chance is actually really good, you're going to make a crap ton of money. Unfortunately, that's just where we're at.
Leave my childhood alone.
No, they definitely will not.
I know. I still want a villain's line.
You what?
A villain's line. I want a line of movies about the villains. They have books already. I haven't read them yet, but they have the books. I think it's actually called Villains. But it's a book series, and each book, I think, is a different one of the Disney villains and their story.
But that wouldn't make as much money. They'll get to those once they've gone through their entire Disney collection.
They've already made 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, we might get a new version of that. Or they might ignore it completely. I don't know.
I forgot the Jungle Book is really good too.
The Jungle Book was really good.
But see, it's so long ago, I forgot about it.
But I also I don't remember the original very well. At all. I remember pieces of it, but it's been probably like 20 years, 25 years since I've seen the original.
Yeah.
So my memory of the original is not very strong. So no matter what they changed, it wasn't going to affect me really because I don't remember the original well enough to compare them.
They changed a lot, just throwing that out there.
I know they did, but I still don't remember.
But see, that one I can understand.
It's freezing to it.
That one I can at least semi-understand because the reason why they changed what they did is to make it more like the book that the original was based off of. So it's like they took pieces from the book that we didn't get to see in the Disney version and actually put them in.
But if you're making a remake of your movie, shouldn't it be a remake of your movie? And not, I mean, it's like, like Little Mermaid or any of these others. Should we be remaking the Disney movie, which is what most people want, or are we remaking our Disney movie that we already have, but because all the other elements are from a book or a story or whatever?
Well, they sure as hell are not making The Little Mermaid based off the book, because the book was the original story of The Little Mermaid. Depressing as hell. Okay, they're not making that version as far as I know.
What are we trying to follow?
But the thing is what they took from the book, though, what were just the small elements that were originally missing from the classic one. Meaning stuff that they're like, hey, if we could go back and remake the cartoon version, maybe we would have added this or extended on this.
But you risk alienating all the people according to what movie you do it with. Sure, you do it with the Jungle Book because Jungle Book isn't most people's favorite Disney movie. But imagine doing something like that with Beauty and the Beast or Lion King. Like, we didn't like about half of this movie how we did it the first time, or we're just going to change it because we want to change it because we're making a new movie. And imagine half the movie being completely different.
You mean what they already did?
It really wasn't. Not the Lion King anyway. They changed elements of it, but it's very much like the original. But imagine half the movie being different. Like maybe Timon and Pumbaa not being in the movie at all. Or he meets completely different characters.
You mean Mulan?
I'm talking about Lion King. What if they did change half the Lion King? I'm talking about Lion King.
I know, but I was just saying like Mulan. Like they're doing with Mulan.
Exactly. And we're going to complain about Mulan because they're changing it, and maybe it's for whatever reasons. So you have to be careful which movies you change and which movies you keep the same. Mm-hmm. It's you run a risk either way.
I don't know. I was just disappointed. Like as I said, it was worth seeing. It was gorgeous to watch.
It's a marvel in...
The music was great. Like I loved the songs and stuff that they did. But
it just...
That was about the only life that was in it was the music.
That's debatable too.
It didn't have the same oomph, is that what you're saying?
Nowhere near the same oomph. I don't know. We wanted more. We didn't get it.
If I wanted to go to certain levels, I could say that one of the things that bothered me was that the whole plot for Can't Wait to Be King was Nala's idea. And they totally took that out of the movie. Because right after they do that whole thing, they get away from Zazu. And they're walking away, and he's like, I am a genius. And she's like, genius? It was my idea. And he's like, but I pulled it off. And she's like, with me. But they completely changed that part. Because he says, I think he just says, like, I'm a genius or something like that. And she's like, but I helped or something like that. Stealing Nala's work. Shame.
Well,
so much
even
shame.
Nala had a smaller role, in my opinion, in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. And what they, again, I sold this remake of the original. But it's pretty. So.
Anyway, moving on. You saw a couple other movies.
I did. I saw Stuber, which I thought was very, very funny. But I think Batista is a very funny man. I think he does really well in comedy. Proven in Guardians. And this. And he's a naturally funny guy. Big, strong, funny fella. So I can definitely recommend that. I thought it was really, really funny.
I saw the trailers for it and was really wanting to go see it, but haven't been able to.
And what was the other movie I saw?
Hollywood.
This past weekend, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Another one I was interested in. So, how was it?
Yeah, well, both movies me and Mike saw by ourselves.
That does not explain how it was.
Mike, you never know. Explains everything. It was a summary of the whole plot.
That you went and saw it by yourself? Does that mean no one was else in the theater? Was it that bad?
No, never mind. Nothing like that. But it was good. I liked it. It's very Tarantino. It's slow. It's a slice of life. It feels very Tarantino. Brad Pitt and
Leonardo
DiCaprio were great. Brad Pitt especially was really fantastic in it. I will agree with what I kind of see online as far as I'm sure it's more clickbaity than anything, but it's like, oh, Bruce Lee's daughter was not happy with how they portrayed him in the movie. Oh. And I would agree, like, not particularly thrilled how you portrayed him either. But it is what it is. And Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate could have left her out of 90% of the movie and it would probably been just the same movie.
They need another big name, okay?
Well, the whole thing takes place at the same time, so they keep showing things about her. I don't know. It's something that feel like, okay, these are interesting, I guess, but we didn't need them. But it was still good, and the ending 15 minutes of the movie is pretty awesome. Yep, it's just stuck. It's frozen to the... So, overall, I enjoyed it. Not a movie I need to see again. If I can find the last 10-15 minutes on YouTube, I'd watch that again.
What other movie was it that you said... You described another movie recently where you're like, the last 15 minutes are good. What was it? It wasn't a movie that you cared for, if I remember right. But it was just... We had just been talking about it. You said... I don't know. It was some movie we were talking about. You said that it was slow and slow and slow, and then a lot happened in the last 15.
The Witch.
Oh yeah, there we go. But how is it that for once this is documented right now? For once, you remembered something that I didn't.
Oh.
That we talked about like 2 days ago, or actually it was Thursday, I think.
At some point.
So see, wow, I'm so proud.
Yeah, look at me. Use my brain. But yeah, the good old Witch.
Yeah.
That was just
I don't know.
really slow and boring for 90% of the movie, and then like a lot of exciting stuff happens at the end. Like, oh, where was that?
I'm gonna have to watch it again because, as I said, like
I will not watch it again.
I watched it once And I was like, I'm bored. And then
it's really boring.
Then the ending happened, and I was like, oh, that was actually really cool.
Exactly.
And then I never watched it again. Yet I hear so many good things about it, and I don't
That's
understand.
the only reason I saw it, because I heard so many good things about it. So I kept hearing like, oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. So we went and watched it, and it's like, well, that was a waste of time.
No, I did not. I don't think I saw it in theaters, if I remember correctly. I think I just rented it.
And why do I always think of the movie Mother when we talk about this?
I have no idea.
It's always the very next movie I think of.
But I actually picked it up the other day. I was at the library, and I had selected a bunch of different movies, and then I went up to go check out, and they're like, well, you can only have this many, and I was like, oh.
And you didn't keep it?
No.
I've recommended it to you like 14 times.
I know, but the one movie that I was coming to get there, I couldn't just be like, no, never mind, I'm not going to get that one.
You could have, because Stan has recommended a movie to you.
I got one for Chad, and then 2 of the other ones I had to get because it was Shark Week.
It's a bad excuse.
No, it was a really good excuse.
Bad
One
excuse.
of them was a horrible idea.
I recommended it. I would recommend it to anyone to go see Mother. Don't look up anything about it. Don't watch a preview for it. Don't research it don't anything. Watch it, go in blind as possible, and just watch it, and then do whatever research you want, and if you're like me and multiple people that I've seen it with, you'll want to see it again. Because after you do the research, after the fact, it's like, well, that's super interesting, and you'll go back. It's like any movie that has a lot of things like hidden in it, and it has some real weird twist at the end, and like, oh, when you rewatch, you're like, oh, this and this leads to this and this and this and that. It's kind of like that. Like if you watch Watchmen for the first time, it's a really cool movie, but when you rewatch it, you see Rorschach like 14 times during the movie. It's like, oh, you were in this the whole time, and he just looked like a background character.
Yeah.
But he'd been appearing in the movie all along.
It's been a minute since I saw that one too.
I love Watchmen. It's
Really good.
an insanely good
Yes.
movie. I think one of Zack Snyder's best films that he's done. So I gotta.
Just waiting for you to pull, and it just be either stuck or like the bottom of the containers just.
Yeah, it'll just
there.
rip this exact square out, like you see in like cartoons or something.
But no, I gotta return at least 2 of them like within the next couple of days. So I will switch it out for Mother. Okay?
Get Mother.
I will get Mother.
You and Chad sit down and watch Mother.
Chad, I don't even know what Chad will, but I will.
Don't tell him it's about. Say, hey, Stefan says you should watch it without knowing anything about it.
He will be like, I don't want to. He doesn't trust your opinions. What's wrong with you?
I'm just recommending it because I would. And as soon as you're done with it, no matter what time it is or when it is, I want you to call me and let me know what you thought of it. Because I want to know your honest, unfiltered opinion right after the movie.
I'll make a reaction video for you, okay?
Because I want to see, because that's what was cool about it. Watching it with other people and seeing how they respond to what the movie is. 'Cause it's pretty insane. Just watch it. I mean, you'll understand. Once you watch it, it's like, oh, okay. Ah.
Well, I don't know if, maybe, I was going to say, I don't know if I have the vehicle tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. Chad's getting the tire fixed tomorrow.
Well, here we go.
But regardless, speaking of movies that I checked out from the library, because it is Shark Week, happy Shark Week, everybody. Yay! It's the 28th through the... It's usually Sunday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday. I think it's usually Sunday to Saturday, and then they do like repeats and stuff on Sundays. But if you have Discovery, go watch Shark Week. If you don't have Discovery, just look up all the shark information that you can. Have fun with it. Do sharky things. Don't eat people. That's not sharky things. That's not bad sharkies. And also
it is playing tomorrow.
watch shark movies.
It is playing tomorrow.
What? What's it?
It was playing yesterday. It's playing tomorrow. It's been hard for me not to go see it.
Are you interrupting my Shark Week speech for what are you?
Because you said particular dates, and they're the same dates as something else that's playing at theaters.
Kiki's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah! One of my favorite Ghibli movies. I know it's because it was my first Ghibli movie. It will always remain one of my favorite Ghibli movies. But it's in theaters. And what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Nothing's going on. I don't have work early the next day. This plays early anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have anyone to go see it with.
Well, I'm at work, so...
And I work at 7 at night.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, but it's a Fathom, so it's like $13.
I don't care.
It's like $13.
It's not $13. Plain and simple, not 13. It's not 13.
What is it?
Not 13.
Is it 15?
And they're already... Oh, the good seats are already taken. It's not... No.
Well, you're like... You made it sound like you're being sarcastic, so I decided to up it instead of lower it.
No, it's not more.
Oh, okay. 10?
10.50.
Oh, 10.50. Yeah,
10.50. And I want to see it. And I might just say
screw
everybody and go see it by myself.
But you said all the seats are gone.
No, I said a lot of the good seats are gone. It still has seats, okay? Just the row I normally want.
All the damn good seats are gone.
Still the very next row.
That is literally the right row.
No, E8 and 7 are pretty darn good, okay? It's almost exactly linear. It's just one row back. Bad.
Fine. I've been there before. I've been to the E's.
Oh, I love seeing Ghibli movies in theaters.
I know. When
is Nausicaa?
Nausicaa is in November.
Because that might be my favorite Ghibli, and I'm going.
Wait, Nausicaa? No. Princess Mononoke is the one that's in November.
Nausicaa's
already gone.
Yeah, it was the one that happened. Not early.
Because this one is Kiki's. I forgot what the other ones are between now and November. But yeah, I want to say November, October is Princess Mononoke.
November, October, huh? Is it that one or the other, or
both? No.
I'm pretty positive it's not both.
No, I don't remember. I almost said Ghibli. Ghibli event. Studio Ghibli Fest. Cinemark Theaters.
How you say it?
Ghibli?
Don't deal with your kind.
You and your giblets.
I pronounce it how the Japanese pronounce it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Kiki is the one that's now. My Neighbor Totoro is August. Arrietty is 29th and 30th of September.
So you just want to say any favorites?
October is Spirited Away. That is another one. And then November is Princess Mononoke.
Both those months might have to happen.
Yes, I saw Spirited Away in theaters. Chad and I did.
Spirited Away.
I think last year.
Period, hands down. Still, no matter what my favorites maybe or not, that's still one of my top favorites. But it is still one of the best films they've ever made. Spirited Away is a phenomenal film. And
then December is The Tale of Princess Kaguya, which I've never seen.
It's fine. I saw it. I got it on Amazon or something at some point, and watched it. It's interesting.
But yes, Princess Mononoke. Yes, because it's the 17th, 18th, and 20th, so it's the day after my birthday. And then Spirited Away. Ooh, I won't be here for Spirited Away anyways, because that's when our convention is. 27th, 28th, and 30th. Except it's 25th, 26th, and 27th. But I guess maybe I'll be back. Depends if I go see it that Tuesday. But yeah, that is the one that I did see in theaters.
I mean, we could get child tickets. Those are $8.50.
No one will watch it.
No one will check it. I know people who do this all the time.
Oh, jeez.
No one checks it.
But yes, I am excited for Princess Mononoke. That is hands down probably like my... Besides, Spirited Away is like I think one of the first ones that I saw. And then... But Princess Mononoke is the one that like just clicked.
Well, Princess Mononoke, also probably one of the most adult Ghibli films If not the most adult Ghibli film.
Well, literally, a guy slices off another person's head with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, like I said.
On accident.
Yeah. Again, like I said, the most adult Ghibli film, but also very, 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 very good. Very good.
Very good, very strong message. Lots of amazing animals.
Demon animals as well. Forest, spirit, deer, horned, blue, giant thing.
Still an animal.
Ish!
I forgot where I was talking about Shark Week. You went off on your own thing, and now we're talking about...
Ghibli is more important than Shark Week.
Oh, but Sharkies are real. They need to make a shark
I like
movie.
fiction better.
Well, they need to make a fiction shark movie.
I'm sure they're out there.
No, I meant like the studio needs to make a shark movie. Because
Sharks are that important.
sharks are important. But regardless, no, they could definitely make a movie about the whole like shark fin soup thing and the importance of sharks. They could do it. I believe in them. I'd watch it. I know a bunch of people who would watch it, and they could put it out on Shark Week.
That's one person and a few other people.
There's a lot of people who love Shark Week. Okay,
I know.
You have no
That's
idea.
what you think every year. I'm just not one of those people.
I am.
Sharks are fine. Sharks are cool. Sure.
But while I was at the library, I decided to grab some random movies, and I was like, well, what is this movie? I picked up a movie called Frenzy. I looked, and it was about sharks, so I was like, it's Shark Week, I might as well get some cheesy shark movie. Horrible idea. Horrible idea.
See, it went like, hey, I'm going to pick up a random movie, or I could pick up Mother, like Stefan wanted me to do.
Mother is not part of Shark Week. It is not part of
those
Shark Week.
random movies. I don't want to do that.
It is not part of Shark Week.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That one seems good. Let's take it.
No, it was rational thought. Mother, shark. Shark Week, shark. Shark is literally in the word. The name Shark Week. Sharkies. It goes in there. It's not Mother of Shark Week.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I do. It's Discovery Shark Week.
Sharks can be mothers.
Yes, they can. And the giving birth is actually called pupping. It's so cute. Baby sharks are puppies. But anyway, so I got Frenzy. It was horrible. Like, really, really horrible.
See? Sure get a mother.
And then I got Meg. I enjoy Meg. I enjoy the book.
It's a fun movie.
I enjoy the book better, obviously, but I
Jason Statham find a shark. It's fun.
I liked it. And then non-shark movies, but what I originally went there for was The Hobbit with Martin Freeman. Because I had watched the little animated Hobbit, and as I was watching it, all it made me want to do was watch the live-action Hobbit. So I was like,
is not Lord of the Rings.
I don't care. It is Martin Freeman as Bilbo Baggins. I don't care.
But it's not Lord of the Rings.
I don't care.
It's just...
It's not supposed to be Lord of the Rings.
I'm just saying, when I say not Lord of the Rings, I mean Lord of the Rings is really good. The Hobbit was fine.
It
was very averagely fine.
I'm fine with averagely fine. But anyway, so I got that one, and then I got The Aviator, because The Aviator is really good.
It was good. I've seen it once. I'm really enjoying it. Mm-hmm. So, 2 movies you have seen instead of Mother.
What? I've seen all 3 of the... I saw all 3 except Frenzy. So, I've seen 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 instead of Mother.
Don't care. 1 I picked up for Chad. 1 I picked
Chad's
up...
opinion didn't count. Stefan said Mother.
I don't live with you. I don't care. Hey. 1 was for Chad. 1, it was the original reason why I even went to the library to get movies.
We could have ignored that then.
And then it was Shark Week. So I had to pick up sharks. I forgot what the other thing I had even gotten, because I had picked up Mother and another one. And when I brought them up, I had to get rid of 2 of them. But no, when I go back, I plan on getting Mother and Westworld, the first season of Westworld.
First season, awesome. Heard very mixed things about the second season, so I haven't watched it yet.
I have not seen any of it, so
Yeah.
but
First
I
season's
really,
pretty awesome.
but I really, really wanted to. Like, I kept seeing the previews and stuff for it, and was like, I need to see this, and then happened to mention it to Chad, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. So
Get first season, really awesome. I can definitely recommend the first season.
well, that's where we're starting.
Yeah. Good. I still haven't seen the second season because lots of mixed reviews on that one.
You need to stop looking up reviews. Okay, it
Or
ruins
just
your
what I've
movies
heard
for
from
you.
people and stuff. Okay.
You actively seek things that are ruining stuff for you.
No, I didn't look up reviews from Mother. I saw one trailer, and it said it was the most horrifying thing ever. You'll never forget where you were when you saw Mother.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then I was like, well, that was a really bad trailer for this movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie was nothing what that trailer said it was. But it was really cool. And props got Jennifer Lawrence in it. So that's always a positive.
Speaking of Jennifer Lawrence, you have a movie you still need to watch.
I do. It will happen eventually. At some point. Eventually. Probably.
I'm going to keep reminding you until you watch the
You
damn
do that.
movie.
I'm a very busy man.
I don't care. I'm going to keep reminding you until you watch the damn
You
movie.
definitely do that.
You have an entire weekend coming up.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I plan on seeing Hobbs and Shaw sometime during that
I
movie.
don't care. That's only one span. That is only one
Yeah,
span of time
yeah,
the entire weekend.
It looks like it'll be fun. I mean, we've given up on realism to the nth degree with these movies.
Oh, I just ignore the Fast and the Furious above that word, and I just kind of scratch that one out and just treat it like its own movie.
Well, they're superhero films, so that's fine. Especially Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, as he says in the trailer, he's Black Superman. So there we go. That's who he is. And I quote.
Yeah, I kind of just erased the whole the any connection between the two, and I'm just viewing it as the next action flick, and I'm interested.
The connection between the two what? What do you mean? The connection between what? So you ignore the connection between what?
You said Hobbs and Shaw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the movie I'm thinking about,
You should just disconnect the word realism from the Fast and Furious altogether.
oh, I was just cutting out Fast and the Furious because, as I said, I enjoyed the first Fast and the Furious. I don't barely remember all the rest of them after that, but I really enjoy. I remember the first. Okay, 1 through 3. Those ones I will watch again.
They said 7.
Yeah, I ignored everything past that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
1 through 3 is fine with me. That is why I said I'm just gonna cut little.
Well, like 5, 6, and 7 exactly like Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, they're superhero films.
oh,
So.
I ignored them. So,
Well, yeah.
but as I said, disconnecting Fast and the Furious from Hobbs and Shaw, I'm just viewing it as the next action flick, and I'm going with that.
Well, Statham and The Rock. I mean, can you really go wrong?
Yeah.
And there's some funny things that happen in the trailer. So I'm like, all right, sure.
I'm in.
Why
I'm
not?
in.
I'm not against that at all.
Yes.
I mean, just the whole thing I've seen about 400 times. I feel like I've seen the whole movie. But then picking it's like, this is my door. And I'm going through that door. This is my... Okay. One big guy, 27 little fellas. So it was so funny. And the faith thing at the end.
Yeah.
Well, of course. You beat up all those guys, they can't even lock the door. You're going to have to exit the room, go to the next room, go past the guy the Rock beat up, and go through his door. It looks funny. It looks very funny. I'm into it. It may be horrible, but it looks like it may be entertaining.
It looks like just another hack and slash, beat 'em up kind of movie, and I don't mind. I don't mind that at all.
Hack and slash, beat 'em up kind of movie. Yes. I don't generally throw hack and slash into movie genres, but okay. Sure. I mean, usually it's reserved for video games.
Oh, no. Usually when I say hack and slash, I'm talking about slasher flicks, like horror movies, but still.
I mean, that would make more sense than the Hobbs and Shaw movie, but
I don't know. There was stabbing and poking and prodding and slapping and
okay.
beating and cracking and everything else. So we'll go with it.
Okay. If you say so.
I do.
We'll go with that. The hack and slash movie that's coming out.
Hack and slash beat 'em up kind of movie.
Hack and slash beat 'em up. 2 game genres there. Okay.
It is pretty much a live action video game that's not based on a video game, okay?
Not a whole lot of hacking and slashing, but usually involves swords and some stuff. Swords there.
We don't know what they're gonna have in this movie. If not one person gets shanked or slashed at in this movie, I will take back my hack and slash, okay?
I hope they avoid knives altogether now.
Okay, exactly. But if they do, if one person gets poked with a knife, I win.
I don't know if those correlate very well together, but
yes, that's what I've been watching recently as far as... Oh, and AGT. That's it. That's all I've been watching as of late.
they come out
It comes on tonight. Yeah.
It's a whole watch tour.
In about it's either an hour or an hour and a half. I can't remember if it comes on at 7. Okay. Either it's a half an hour at 7 or an hour at 8. I was reading my numbers sideways apparently because my brain was like, oh, what the hell is that number? It's 6:31 right now.
It seems math wasn't working real strong.
No, it was working all kinds of backwards right there.
Math go far.
Yeah. Math go out the window.
Let's see, it's 6:30 now, and it starts at 7. It's about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. But no, it's either at 7 or 8. I can't remember. I want to say it's 8 because then I want to say it ends at... Oh, I can't. Does it usually go an hour or 2 hours?
2.
2? Okay, because I want to say it ends at 10.
It's like an hour and 30 or 40 minutes for us, but that's without all the commercials. So.
Yeah. So, I want to say it's from 8 to 10, and then at 10, the new competition, I guess you would call it, called So Funny, I think it is on. It's a comedian competition where
I've never heard of it.
Stand-up comedy and stuff. Stand-up comedy, skit comedy, just anything. Like they had a puppet on there. It's hosted by Kenan Thompson, a girl I don't know. And I know him. He's a very famous comedian, kind of like blue collar comedian, I think. I'm gonna feel so stupid when I...
Jeff Foxworthy.
I think so. It actually, I want to get... I'm really betting on that one.
It's gonna be hilarious if I somehow get that, like, just completely out of the blue.
I am pretty sure that you are exactly right.
That's gonna be funny.
Bring the Funny is what it's called, and it's Amanda Seales as the host, Chrissy Teigen, and Kenan Thompson and Jeff Foxworthy.
Look at me.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Good job.
You said he was a funny guy in blue collar, and I came up with Jeff Foxworthy and be right.
But yeah, it's actually been pretty good. Some of the comedians are actually pretty...
I would hope some would be funny.
The puppet has been far probably my favorite. It's great.
People can do some pretty funny things with puppets. I mean, Darcy Lynn off AGT last year was pretty awesome.
Well, this guy was a puppet without a guy. He just has like this.
What are we doing?
It's like Kermit
Sesame
the Frog
Street here?
kind of thing. I forgot what his name is, but he kind of like sits at what almost looks like a Late Show kind of desk, and he's this purple puppet.
Okay.
But yeah,
you said puppy. Puppet.
Puppy. I said puppy.
I thought just ventriloquist puppy.
No. This is just the puppet. You just keep on saying puppy?
I keep saying it. That's what is happening. Shove your hand right up it and just talk.
That's not how this works. No.
I've been lied to my entire life.
Oh, God. You're not allowed to touch puppies anymore. You're not allowed to go near puppies.
Ugh.
Just, no. No more puppies for you.
We love the puppies. Puppy! Yeah, you don't like me as much, sir.
His name is Puppet Randy Feltface. And he is pretty simplistic as far as look-wise go.
Well, we couldn't get more generic than that.
Yes. But he's Australian.
Yeah?
And he's very funny. Randy Feltface.
Super generic.
Yeah. But yeah, that comes on after AGT.
I do enjoy AGT. My humble opinion, it is by far the greatest talent show out there.
As far as this season, I've actually seen a big change compared to last season as far as how many singers and stuff are actually going farther or getting put through as often as the other acts and stuff. I feel like they're branching out more this season. I mean, like the singing acts and stuff are amazing still, but I mean, I feel like they're looking more into the other acts compared to the singers like they have in previous seasons.
Or there were just less singers that competed in general.
That could be too.
And as singers, I think every year you have to be pretty exceptional as far as singing goes to get on, or just a really young kid.
I don't know. Either way, I've been upset in past seasons where it's like we've had singers surpassing a lot of really interesting and cool acts when there's so many different singing competitions out there.
Oh, I agree. My complaint every year has been there's too many singers.
Yeah.
Because, unfortunately, singers go far. No matter what. If the judges let the singers go to the voting, the singers always make it far, period. Because people like singing, period. I mean, if they're decent, they're going to go far. Where I like this show more, I mean, sure, singers are great and everything, but again, there's a lot of singing competitions out there. There are no other competitions really out there.
Yeah.
And AGT is such a cool avenue to see amazingly cool and different things that getting another singer on there.
And I think this year they've, from the episodes that I have seen this year, like from the original auditions and now going into judge cuts, they're looking a lot more at the other acts. Like, it feels to me, because the singers, like the stuff that they're giving the singers this year is, you can tell when they're listening to them, either, I mean, they're really, really good, or it's just like, I kind of heard all this before. Like,
well, again, I think previous years, I think just previous years we've had more singers in general, or more good singers in general. I think when they're looking for singers, they're looking for, you need to be something special if you're singing.
Yeah.
Versus you can't just be good. You either have to be super original or you got to be great. I think Darcy has been my only exception when it comes to singing that I was fine with going forward, only because she was very funny. She used a ventriloquist.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right now, I can't remember his name, but they have like I can't remember, 60, 70, somewhere in the 65, 70-year-old range.
So I think you're talking about, I think he's fine. I'm going to be fine if he gets kicked off next time.
Oh.
My favorite singer right now is some Swedish guy with a giant beard.
Yeah, I like him too.
Just in my opinion, he's phenomenal. I love his voice.
But no, yes, I really like him. As far as singers go, I really like those two. I haven't really heard any of the other singers that were like, if they're still around.
So, but AGT is pretty awesome. I like AGT.
I can't think of a favorite act right now as far as like what group.
There's some cool acts. I'm actually a little disappointed with this season. As far as I haven't seen as many really interesting, cool acts
Yeah.
that have gone through. There's been a couple acts that I've been like, oh, I would have loved the scene which you could have done more and better, and things that they've kicked off. I'm like, I'm very disappointed in that. But for some of the acts, it's like I just don't feel like there's as many great acts.
Yeah.
There's good stuff, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as strong a season as it has in previous years.
I don't know. So far, well, I know that you have a different opinion of dancing, but I really...
very different opinion.
I really, really enjoyed the group of... It's a group of guys. I can't remember where they're from, if they're from India or from... I feel bad. I can't remember where they're from. But either way, they are the group act that does dancing, mostly up front, but they also do acrobatics and stuff. Like the insane acrobatics. It's not just Zucchero throw people in the air. It's literally...
Well, I like Zucchero. Zucchero was really cool.
It's literally like throwing people at people and then jumping off people. Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, they're really good. They're really good for a dance group.
Yeah.
And just dance groups for me are... You have to be something super special for me to like you as a dance group.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, I'm just not impressed with dance groups for the most part.
No, I really enjoyed their work. I love dance in general, but I just really enjoyed the things that they do.
Yeah, dance.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Zucchero was one of the ones I'm like, y'all clearly deserve, I thought, to win, even though they didn't.
Yeah.
They came in like 4th or 3rd or something. I'm like, no, I think y'all were better than that. I think it was
it was Shin Lim.
Yeah, Shin Lim. Who
But
I agree. Awesome. Cool. I didn't expect him to win in a million years.
Yeah.
It's like, you had the 5 acts up there, and I was like, okay, Shin Lim, time for you to go, buddy. And he won. And I'm like, okay.
But I think also what it came down to, though, is that you have Shin Lim who does wicked, amazing magic. He's fooled Penn and Teller twice now.
No, I'm not denying how good he is.
And then you have Zucchero, who is so, like, they're so magnificent and so big that they could easily, just walking out of there right now, could easily get something like that.
I agree. But I also think he could have as well. I mean, Shin Lim is phenomenal. He's a really great musician. There's no denying that in any way. He's really awesome. It's just looking at who they built up, and I just really expected Zucchero. I'm like, Zucchero,
obviously.
I really felt like they were going to win it, and they just didn't. And I'm like, okay, I forget who else was there, because there was a few other acts that beat him. I was like,
no, I could have swore it was him versus Zucchero. I thought it was down to those two.
I didn't think so.
Because Samuel J. Conroe made it to the top 2, and he ended up obviously not winning. He got like 4th, somewhere around there. The
top 2?
Huh?
You just he made it to the top 2.
4.
You said 2.
I did not say 2.
You said 2.
Oh my god.
We'll roll the tape back.
Go ahead.
We'll roll the tape back right now. We're going to stop the whole show. Roll the tape back!
Okay. Whatever. Are you done being stuck on yourself?
No.
You got
never,
over it
not
yet?
once.
Yeah,
never.
Figured.
Never.
Anyways.
GT. I was also really surprised to see that he also won the what was it? Shin Lim won the what was it? The champion ones as well. I was like, well, he's also the most well known at this point because he did just win.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see that he won again.
But no, they actually have another magician on it. They had 2 of them, but one of them we haven't seen again in the judge cuts yet. But he actually did. Yeah, Zucchero and violinist Brian King Joseph came in 2nd and 3rd, respectively.
Yeah, I just found that too. I've seen that, but none of them were the ones I don't think they were. None of those were the ones I was like, that's the person I want to win.
Yeah.
Because I like the violinist, and he was really good. But who came in? Who were the rest?
Vicky Barbalat came in
so
3. Came in 3rd. Glennis Grace.
She couldn't have come in 3rd. She couldn't have came in 3rd. We
Okay.
just heard who 3rd was.
Order Okay, order. Maybe that's when they performed. I'm looking at the finals. Look at this is literally how it doesn't like give a description of what the hell. Okay, okay, top 10, advanced, top 10. Okay, that doesn't help.
Vicky Barbach was so funny.
Okay, I was in the finals. That does not help. Okay, finale. There we go.
Oh, I did want her to make it a lot further. I was very disappointed she didn't make it further. Courtney Hedwin. She's like the super shy girl who sang like this hardcore rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she was so cool. Ooh, and Duo Transcend.
Okay, so it went... Winner was Shin Lim. Runners-up was Zucchero. Third place was Brian King Joseph. Fourth place was Samuel J. Comroe. And fifth place was Michael Ketter.
Oh, I really liked Michael Ketter. Mm-hmm. He just had he had such a interesting, emotional voice.
Yeah.
But.
And then the only ones that weren't mentioned, obviously, were Vicky, Courtney, and Daniel Emmett, which was the opera singer.
I always like opera, personally. I thought Vicky she was funny.
Yes,
she was
hilarious.
so funny.
Every time.
It's going to happen. It's inevitable now. And Courtney Hedwin was just... I thought she was just cool. I thought she had a great voice, a cool performance.
Her just presence was so just introvert. She was shy. She was like, even when she talked to people, but as soon as she was able to sing, she just let it out. And I mean, oh my goodness. I was like, you're amazing. You were amazing.
It was disappointing that she didn't make it further. I think she's the one who ended up getting kicked off and they brought back. And then she got kicked off again. I was like, that's so disappointing because I just think she was so cool.
I don't know.
So it'll be interesting. It's always interesting to see once the voting happens who stays and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Who America actually likes.
But I can't remember the name because, as I said, there's two magicians that are on right now, or were on. And as I said, one of them, when he first approached it, his story and stuff said that he was really nervous because Shin Lim won last time, so he's afraid that no one can... I
remember that speech. I don't remember what he did.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was really cool. Like, it was one of those, I don't know what just happened, but...
It was the cards, him changing the color of the cards, I think.
It was he had the strip, the tape...
Yeah,
down the thing.
Like I said, it was the card changing color and stuff. And he would stick it in place and bring it maybe half a color. And, really cool stuff. The other machine I really liked was the beer guy.
Yeah.
It was so different. It's like, I don't know where you're getting all these beers from. I don't know where they're coming from. And his other one, his new one, he uses the cell phone. And I like different, not quite as flashy as the first one, but still really cool how you used Siri and stuff to get that, make it all work. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
One of my favorite musicians that they've ever had on the show.
Musicians
that I've seen,
or magicians? You said musicians, so I just wanted to clarify.
Whatever.
Magicians.
Magic people that they've had.
I wanted to clarify because we were talking about musicians too, so I didn't know if you just jumped ship or...
Magic people.
Okay,
One of my favorite that I've seen on the show is the football player they had.
I don't think I watched that season, but we did have this conversation.
Yeah. And he's personally just super entertaining. He just has a great stage presence. He's great. He's friendly with everybody. He's great to watch. He's entertaining. He did some amazing magic. So, always one of my favorite magicians. Magic people.
It has a Z in it now. Magicians.
Magic guy.
Magic.
Witch doctor.
Is that what they're called now?
What are we?
Doctors?
I think that same year they also had the juggling guy. He was really cool.
I didn't say that. I think I missed that year.
Very fancy juggler. That's really all I can say. I mean, he didn't really go past using just balls, but he started doing where it was dark and foggy. Yeah. And he just wanted to light up and stuff. He was just really cool. He made it pretty far. He just did. Yeah. I would have liked to see him go further. He was really cool.
One act that I'm excited to see come back, as far as for the judge cuts, is the Little Light Group.
Oh, yeah. Light group, but the small,
the kids,
whatever. Light group junior.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
When they originally debuted the original Light group, they're not called Light group. What the, but they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they can do. How they can go back and forth and how they utilize the lighting and the different stories and things they tell on the screen. It's just so cool.
Yeah. Like, I just... Oh, my goodness. Like, and obviously... Iron Man. Come on. Iron Man. It was great.
So, it's going to be cool to see them, what else they can do. But they do some amazing, amazing things. It's really impressive. I should know. Light Balance.
Light Balance?
Yep, that's the name. Now, the kids one, maybe a whole Light Balance Kids.
I think, I don't know.
But it's Light Balance.
Okay.
Because I think that year, they were the ones I was really rooting to win because I really, really liked them. But it's between them and there's some other... there's another group who did something similar-ish, but it wasn't with light. I mean, it was a stage play that used different lighting and things, but it wasn't like them. That was really cool, and some of their stuff was really cool, but when they eventually got kicked off because it wasn't a good show.
Well, it's because it's like they had gotten to the point where it's like the story didn't really make sense anymore.
Are we talking about Light Balance or someone else? Because I'm talking about someone else.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
Well, there's another group that they didn't use lights, but the whole idea was that they had colored things and they had people wearing black suits to move things around.
Okay.
But it wasn't actually, they didn't have like neon lights. It wasn't a dance group. They were telling stories.
I don't remember. All I remember is that the one group that I really was disappointed in because I really wanted to see what they had and then their stories just got really weak is the group that started out with the wolf mask.
That was Light Balance.
Okay. That's what I meant by as their stories got later on, they started losing.
Well, they weren't quite as what the wolf one was. Because
Yes.
that was so cool and so unique. And all the other ones were cool, but they turned into more just being dancing with the lights and less story-based. Where that one was very Halloween-y and werewolf, and they did cool things.
Literally the second one was like a hotel, like a hotel of horror kind of thing, and it was just they had a bellhop and stuff like that. I don't know. To me, it just
that wasn't Light Balance though.
No.
But
no.
Light Balance did do a werewolf themed one.
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember there was this group. How they first started is they had like a almost like a 3D printed wolf mask. He picks it up, looks at it, puts it on, and then
Light Balance did a werewolf
Oh.
version, like a Halloween-y, the werewolf, and it had a vampire and stuff in it. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Because, yes, the hotel thing was really interesting. But, yes, their stuff, it went downhill for us, the story they were trying to tell.
I don't know. Yeah.
But, yeah, it used a screen and then being floated in the air and moving around.
And I thought the wolf one was really cool. And as I said, the bellhop one was
I like the bellhop one. But the one after that was like, you're really disappointing now.
Yeah, it went from there. But, they don't have any, like, they have all the people, but they don't have, you can't click on anybody. So I can't tell you who the peoples are.
But, yes, AGT, very cool. All these unique and different acts that you wouldn't see on any other show that's out because all these shows are singing based.
Yes.
Because people love singers, and singing is fun. But there are other things out there.
We literally have The Voice. We have American Idol. We have the new one that's called Songland or whatever. It's not really a singing competition, more of a coming up with the new hit song. Pretty much like, I guess it would be almost like a writer's.
More singing. There was The Masked Musician.
Yes.
There was...
Which I think is actually interesting compared to most.
I had very little interest in it, unfortunately. And then there was another one that I didn't like at all. The Five, I think it's called The Five.
Yeah, it was.
We watched the first episode. I'm like, I don't like this at all. And
No.
so I don't know if it got any further, but
I don't know.
And then the other thing that was like AGT was The World's Finest or The World's Greatest or
I saw,
which was on NBC or whatever.
So.
And we watched the first 4 or 5 episodes, and it's like, you you got some cool people, but it's not very entertaining. The judges aren't very entertaining. And how they do it in the voting process, I don't like it. One thing I don't like is that the American judges get so many more points than the wall of the world that they have. Because they have 50 other judges from around the world to vote. They all get 1 point. Where the American judges, the 3 of them get 50 points combined.
Okay.
So it's like, y'all, okay, y'all just, the rest of the world can go suck it. Because we're the only one that matters. So I didn't like that.
One show that I kind of wanted to see, but I never got a chance to, was the little one. It was like a kids' talent competition. And I can't remember what it's called.
I don't remember either. But I
want to say it was hosted by Steve Harvey at one point.
I don't know. But I probably would have intentionally avoided it.
Well, I know, okay?
It's not my fault they're all little demons. It's not my fault.
Says the person who cheered for a little demon during AGT. I mean...
Which demon?
You said the puppeteer.
Come on, she was like 13.
It doesn't matter.
14, okay?
I'm not saying these are all like tiny things.
And she was awesome, okay? Darcy's awesome. Don't be mean to Darcy.
Don't be mean to anybody that
Darcy's
you're like
really
favoriting over...
What was the first year we watched? A little girl won. It was the girl who played the ukulele and sang. She was really cool. Kids go far because they're kids. If they can get out to the lives, they get voted because they're kids.
Well, not only that, it's an investment, okay? It's like they have more years to make money off of.
Well, I'm just saying, once they get to the lives, people vote for them so much. Just like, I'd almost, so it's just like, you vote for them because they're cute, wonderful, but it's like some of the older people, like, they have less of a shot of going anywhere after this because they don't have another 15 years to practice this.
Yeah.
Maybe throw them a little bone here.
I don't know. It depends who they are and how far they go. Like,
I'm saying once we get to the lives, which is where the people actually finally start voting, not the judges. The kids go far automatically because they're kids.
Yeah. Well, no, I just meant like in general from AGT. Because it just depends on... Because literally being on AGT at any point, as long as you don't mess up, everybody has seen you.
Oh, yeah. No, it helps. But I'm just saying, getting further into the lives, getting voted for and all that good stuff, it's more easily accessible to children because once they make it to the lives, they tend to get voted on a lot because they're kids.
Yeah.
Kids just automatically go far. Period.
I don't know if that's the same this year. Not like we had a great amount of kids, but I don't think that's as this year.
We have to just see how things go. Because the judges are different. They don't always vote for the child. Even though there are a lot of their golden buzzers I've not been particularly thrilled with. But or should I say all the actual judges' golden buzzers I've been thrilled with.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember theirs.
Because they're not good. That's why.
Well, no. The problem is we literally started watching like mid auditions, so I don't even know. I had to look up half the golden buzzers, and so I think I saw one before Judge Cut started.
Yeah, I've been unhappy with I think all of the golden buzzers as far as the judges went, and of course there's new golden buzzers with the Judge Cuts because the celebrities get to do theirs, which I've been a bit happier with theirs.
Theirs have been good. Terry Crews was crying, okay?
I like Terry Crews as the host.
Yeah. He's a really good host.
I really liked the original host they had. What's his face?
Which one?
The guy who hosted 2 years ago. And 3 and 4 years ago. But I know his name. I thought he was really good, and I really liked him. And he left. And they got Tyra Banks, which was fine.
Yeah.
She was good. But I really like Terry Crews. I think he's just a very, very funny man.
So. I'm trying to think of who...
I know his name.
Judges and hosts. Let's go with this. Okay. Judges... I said hosts. Okay, judges and hosts. We got... Terry Crews, Howie Mandel, Nick Cannon.
That's him. And I'm not, super thrilled with the new judges this year. Howie's been my favorite judge since we started watching it. He's He's
always
very,
is.
very funny. He's a very funny man, and I like him a lot. And Simon's always
you
great.
You always have to have Simon.
Simon's great. He's always great. But I really, really liked not Heidi Klum. She's okay. I was fine with her not being here because she was never one of the ones I loved or anything.
Yeah.
She was just always kind of bland. But the Spice Girl.
Oh, the Spice Girl.
Mel B. Mel B is great, and it's a detriment to the whole show that she's not on there.
Now it's Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, and she's fine. Both the new girls are fine.
Yeah.
But Mel B has such personality, and her fighting back and forth with Howie is just great. And the new judges don't have that, the chemistry or the working together long enough to really have anything. So it's just, you don't, it's disappointing.
Half the time, one person says something, and then if no one agrees with it, automatically someone's like, don't ignore that person, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, hey, usually you have at least one person across the room be like, I agree. And that's it, Simon. Then everyone just boos him.
Simon's good, though. Everybody's loved Simon since he took a shot at American Idol.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I
heard that.
There you go, buddy. Because I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It's always...
I didn't know that was his reasoning. Or at least I didn't know that was one of his reasonings.
I didn't know that was specifically one of the reasons why he left. But it's like, okay, well, it makes sense. He wanted to do more than what they would allow him to do with that show. So go about another show.
Makes sense.
And I like this show better, personally. And it is a shame. It's a crying shame. And anytime we watched American Idol, it's a shame that they won't let older people compete.
Yeah.
You have to be young and cool and hip. And it's nice being allowed, whatever age you are, get up here and show us what you can do.
We had, I think it was last season, 60-year-old dancer? It was... She was really, really small and super built, but she had a really tall, young partner.
Oh God, yes. She was not good at all. She literally let me just come in a pose and he will move me around. I'm great. I'm happy you were able to compete, but I didn't think she was good at all.
I don't know. I don't remember much of her.
Now, Home Dude, the dad of the three brothers, the Muscleman brothers, who their goal is they bounce atop each other, and the dad got involved. I'm like, buddy.
Yeah, when he held everybody up, I was like, well, I'm done.
Or the key staple is you have to remove your shirt to get you off the stage. Oh no, they're good. They're really great. All of them are good.
Yes,
and they're really entertaining and really good. And
that was crazy.
The dad getting on there, being a part of it, was like, bravo, buddy, bravo, you did well.
That was just nope. Everything hurt just watching them. I'm like, nope. Every bone in my body would be like.
Yeah. I'm not doing all that. That's a lot, but God, they're insanely strong. Of course, Sandy's people got kicked off. There's a boy and a smaller girl.
Oh, the dancers.
Yeah. Almost ballet group that danced. Sandy's been following them on Instagram or something for a long while, and then when they were competing, she was really happy about it.
Yeah.
And they got through the first round, but they let them through the second round.
Yeah, I saw them. They were on last Tuesdays.
Yeah, but it's a little disappointing. It always happens, but I always hate it. I'm like, just make more show. If that was what it needs to be, is when they don't show you all of everybody.
Oh yes.
We have 18 and we got to cut them down to 6, but you only see maybe 10 of the full ones and then tiny pieces of the other 8. And it's like, but okay, they're getting cut off. Big deal. I still want to see them.
Yeah,
you can predict who's going to be left when they cut them at the end by the ones you got to see all of.
Yes.
I saw all of yours, so you're getting through. Yeah. Congratulations. Why do we even have cuts at the end of that point then?
Yeah. But no, there was a lot of them that you knew 100% weren't going just because they showed little slivers, which some of them, I was fine seeing a sliver of. It was good, but...
Yeah, something not good. Some of them were I really would have liked to have seen that. Yeah. Whether you would have kept them or not, I still would have liked to have seen the performance.
Yes, I agree.
And it's disappointing that you only kept the people that were going to make it. And then 1 or 2 others that you were like, oh, we thought that was dramatic enough or whatever enough to go through. Like there's that other guy singer, which when he first came on, Simon was unhappy with his song choice.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very cocky about his song choice. And he came back later with a different song, and they let him through. We saw all of his this time, which I wasn't particularly thrilled with it either. But still, we get to see it all.
Yeah.
Because it was dramatic, because it was from the first one, and Simon telling him to come back and stuff. Well, she's done that before with different people, and some of them have made it really far. Like the opera singer that we just heard about. He said, I'm not feeling this, not feeling it at all. Do you have something else?
No, he literally said, "Here, learn this."
Yeah, and he went and learned the song in like a couple hours and came back and
and
it was like, oh, he did really well.
And
he made it to like the top 6 or 7 or whatever it was. It's like, yeah, I mean, he was really good. So Simon doing that, if he could find those people, he gets and brings them and helps. But that guy just didn't have it, which I was fine with because I like the Swedish guy.
And then there was another guy, I can't remember, I want to say it was last season or the season before.
He does at least 1 or 2 every season.
Who kind of did the same thing, where he came in with like an original song or something like that. And I can't remember if he came in with an original and Simon was like, dude, you kind of just, like... I understand what you're trying to do, but it's too risky for right now, and maybe you should have gone with something safer. And then,
why is it the opposite too, or was it this season that someone sang a song and then it's like, I'm not feeling it, and then they sing an original and it was so much better?
Oh, I don't.
They've done that too.
Yeah, I remember that too, but I just don't know.
But yeah, I mean, he always take a couple people every season. They show him like, that one's not working for you, but I kind of like your voice. Do you have anything else? Because God, song selection for singers.
The random like pull out of my memory that I actually kind of enjoyed, but I can kind of see why he didn't make it as far, is I think it was last season, they had the kind of nerdy kid who played piano and sang. He talked about how he had never been kissed before and all of that kind of stuff. Like, he was a complete introvert. And
kind of remember.
He never had a girlfriend, anything like that, so it's something he joked about. And then he wrote a song about like what he would do on his first date, or something whimsical or something like that. And he actually did really well.
See, also it's like the kid, almost rapper type, who did like, he danced with it and interpreted the song he was singing. It was original. It's called like Robot or something.
I don't think I saw that one.
He made it 3, 4. He made it quite far in. But his last one, he didn't go further. But yeah, he was the last season or the season before. He was really good.
I don't remember that one. It's such a good show, though.
Yeah, it's great.
You just see so many weird, strange, amazing things that...
Like Tape Face.
Yes, Tape Face was great. I love Tape Face.
Some of Tape Face things were great.
We'll go with some.
Which is why he didn't make it further.
Yeah.
Because some of his stuff is like so simplistic, but brilliant. And then others are like, maybe that just doesn't quite work. But he still, as a whole, he's a brilliant act. Just being so oddly weird and different and simplistically dumb. But he's very entertaining.
Yes. For as little as he actually did, just being, all he had to do was walk on stage and stare at people, and you're like, this is going to be great.
So he did a lot of really cool things, uniquely different. That it was very interesting.
Yeah, I think that by the end of it, he was just kind of like pulling at threads and strings and stuff, though. Like, he's like, I honestly don't know if I'm meant to make it this far, and now I have no idea what I'm doing.
But again, all these people, as long as they get a couple times in front of the light, they get projected so far. Like, one of my favorite acts that have gone up, and I was very disappointed to get further, was the clown, who didn't talk, but he sang. He was just like a plain white outfit almost. He was like an older gentleman, bald, and he's had Puddle's Pity Party.
Oh, okay. I heard of him. I never actually saw him.
I loved him. He's so good.
Oh, no, I never saw him.
But he didn't talk to anybody. He wouldn't talk to you when you talked to him or anything, and he sang. So he was really good. I really liked him. If he would ever come down here, I would go watch him. But there's a couple other people that I followed in AGT that if they ever came more reasonably accessible, I would love to go see them. Like Probably my favorite singer that's ever been on that I've seen on AGT, Brian Justin Crumb.
That sounds really
He was,
great.
I think, again, the first year, but he sang Creep. That's how he got his first big thing in the show. He sang Creep, and it was just phenomenal. And I followed him ever since on Twitter and everything. It was like, buddy, I love you. You are amazing. You have an insane voice. I think he made it like 4th in the first season we watched or something. And he was just, so good.
I think, honestly, the only person that I've followed since AGT, like ever, just by random, is Samuel J. Conroe. Like,
Very funny.
I still have him on my YouTube subscription, so I like his videos and stuff will come up. Most of the videos that he has, because he does, he's a comedian. He goes place to place recycling a lot of the same material.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they work, so.
Yeah, so what he does on YouTube is he actually only films his Q&As afterwards, and oh my god. It is so funny. Like, the things he gets put through, the things he puts the audience through, the places that he goes, and how he just takes from that to make it funny. It's just some of the stuff he still has going on is hilarious. And there's so many times where people actually be like hecklers and be like jerks in the crowd, and he will literally just go at them until they leave. Like,
he's a funny man. And his stuff on AGT was funny. He was a very funny man.
But no. So he's probably the only one I still follow. And if he came to a comedy club in the area, I guarantee I'd go. Just, if for nothing else, because I'm pretty sure I've heard every joke he's done on tours, I would watch for the Q&A. Oh my goodness. Just...
AGT is something special.
Yes.
It's just something unlike anything else that's on television. Other than now that the world's greatest is trying to copy them for the most part. But they were also really, 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 really bad about not showing all the performances. Like, even in the beginning, it's like, oh, here's kind of, and you can just easily tell, oh, this one lost, this one won, this one lost. And they would go through like 3 or 4 that way in a row. And it's like, I don't care if they lost or not. I still want to see them.
It's like, that is the whole reason why these people worked so hard to get on this show. To be seen. Some of them know that they're not going to make it anywhere, but if they can at least be seen by everyone at least once, that is good enough. And for you to take all their hard work and go, blip, yeah, it's killer. Because some people can't even remember people's names anymore, like me, because yeah.
So it's just disappointing. But that show nowhere near as good, so.
I remember seeing previews and stuff for it, but I have not checked it out. So now I know.
But again, even with AGT, it's like, could y'all maybe just have 18 to 6 or whatever it is? Maybe do like 12 to 4 or something, and just make another show, so maybe I could just see more of them.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a mystery which ones you're going to cut at the end instead of telegraphing the whole thing.
I don't know. I am interested, one, to see the second acts of people we've already seen, because there's some that I'm like waiting to come back to see what they do, and then interested to see where they go from there. I'm really excited for the live shows when they do like the over the top stuff. It'll be interesting how far that goes. Because last year, I don't know if they've done it in previous years, but last year their main theme was pretty much tag teaming a famous-ish person with the contestant, at least, or like one of their heroes or something like that. And I thought that was really cool.
Kind of remember
that. Like,
kind of.
The violinist, he played with Lindsey Sterling.
Yeah, who got booted off the show?
Yeah. The
ventriloquist, she got to go with someone.
Oh, I meant by last year I meant actual AGT, not the champions.
But I mean, I could have sworn they put her with someone at some point.
Oh, I don't know.
But
what the girl we were just talking about?
Vicky?
Yes. No. Was it?
Different woman?
not girl. I'm sorry. I used the term. I meant girl. The girl that we were talking about. The singer, the one shy singer that like.
Oh, yeah.
She sang with the Struts.
Okay.
And the struts are I really like the struts. You
Yeah.
like the struts. Yeah.
You like the struts.
Well, I forgot that I actually was like, hey, listen to this. And you're like, oh yeah, this is really cool. Yeah. They're the ones that kind of sound like Queen. You're like, I forgot all about them.
No, I think I know. I know like 2 songs by them. For sure.
Like 2 songs.
I'm just.
But and then of course the one opera singer got to sing with the really really famous opera singer. I don't know anyone past that. Like, I think the comedians all just did an act together. With wasn't it like David Spade or somebody who
He was
like,
in one of them,
who was just like,
and he was bad.
Yeah, like I want to say they just took all the comedians and made a joint act with David Spade, and I'm like, this is friggin' horrible.
No, David Spade was horrible.
Yes,
it's like y'all, you could tell he showed up because y'all gave him some money, but he did not want to be here.
Yeah. So I think they just threw all the comedians together, and that's really, I think that was it, wasn't it? That was all of them. Because we had 2 comedians, the opera singer, the girl, and the violinist.
I thought he was last year. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was the year before. There's another comedian who's been on the show, but it wasn't Conroe. It must have been the year before.
Well,
really good.
I was about to say there was another guy in last season with Conroe, and Conroe just beat him out.
No, but I think this guy made it much further.
Oh, okay, then I don't know.
I just don't remember his name. So he reminded me a lot of Kevin Hart. He was extremely emotive, like very very emotive. I'm like, oh, he was very funny.
And then
I think he was in the Champions. So. Because he didn't win, but he was in the Champions.
Then, of course, you have the acts that you know are bad, but they just keep...
Preacher Lawson.
It's funny. Oh, okay, yeah.
Preacher Lawson, very funny man. Very, very funny man.
Why have I heard that name recently?
He's in the Champions.
Yeah, but
which happened earlier this year.
Well, no, I didn't watch the Champions. I knew that Shin Lim won, but I didn't watch the Champions.
Yeah, he outbeat Darcy, who I think came in second. God, I love Darcy. I just think she's very funny. She has a great voice. She can really sing. She does great with the puppets. In the Champion, she actually sang with her actual voice, not the puppet's voice, because she sang, and she was like you could have just entered this as a singer, and I think done perfectly fine. But the
puppet added to it.
It added a lot to it, so I think she's very good. Darcy Lynn. Like, I'd love to watch her. Light balance.
It's sleepy time.
It's always sleepy time. I'm always down for sleepy time. Do a lot of sleepy time.
The napping portion of what's in the box.
Here, take a nap with us for 15 minutes. We'll play a loud alarm thing in 15 minutes. Everyone lay your head down. Go to sleep. Get very sleepy.
Everybody, go on YouTube and look up Go the Fuck to Sleep with Samuel L. Jackson. You won't regret it. I promise. It is beautiful. It is the most beautiful bedtime story that's out there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? I implore you to listen to it later. But it's literally it's probably go the F weird asterisk stuff, whatever, to sleep. And then make sure you add Samuel L. Jackson, because I'm pretty sure they've had a couple people read it, but his is the best. His is the best.
I take your word on this. I've particularly not seen this.
Okay, I probably shouldn't say that because I think I've only listened to 2 of them, and out of the 2, he's the best that I've heard. But yes, it is a legitimate bedtime story that someone has written, a book that is literally called Go the Fuck to Sleep, and it has pictures and everything. But it's Samuel L. Jackson reading this book, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll take your word on it. I didn't know this thing was a thing that existed.
It was funny because my brother, when the boys were younger, he played it for them, and they fell asleep. I was like, yay!
Well, speaking of celebrities reading stuff, go watch Scarlett Johansson read the Bible.
Oh, God.
It's pretty great too.
I still haven't. I don't know if I want to.
I personally enjoyed it, so.
Obviously.
Just saying, personally. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. We know why. We all know why.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Scarlet. Scarlet's pretty. Mm-hmm.
Everybody fell asleep. You told them all to go to sleep for 15 minutes, okay?
This is the Lion King review in AGT podcast. It's about all we've talked about for 2 hours. And now Samuel L. Jackson going to sleep.
So much shame. It's his just dreamy voice. It just lulls you to sleep.
He doesn't have a dreamy voice.
No, it's more. I think the reason why he does it so well is because the book is pretty much about how children come up with anything and everything not to go to sleep, and it is the voice of a desperate parent just like pleading with these children to go to sleep, and it's amazing.
Because children are Satan's spawn.
Yes, that's why it's such a great little thing on YouTube.
They're just terrible little things that exist for we don't know what reason. They just show up
because they grow up into us. Okay, we were Satan's
I was
spawn.
never a child. I was never a child.
Spawn at one point. Okay,
never at once.
Yeah,
I just came into existence at some point, full grown man. That's it. That's how it worked.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure.
I'm gonna go with no.
I have no recollection before age 18.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
None
gonna
at all.
Go with a no.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I'm gonna go with a no.
That's when I showed up.
That, like, aren't you guys like high school sweethearts?
18.
So you're saying you just appeared out of nowhere and then into her life?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can't help it. That's how it works.
And your brothers, do they just have implanted memories of you? What's going on?
I mean, if you can ask them if you ever see one. How do you know I have brothers?
One, you've told me, and two,
I mean, they could be lies.
Haven't I seen one?
They could be lies. I don't know. Have you?
I'm pretty sure I've seen one.
Have you?
Alora? No, not your brother.
I mean, Laura is not my brother. I can promise you that.
But I'm pretty sure we all went to dinner. Yeah. After a recital. Yeah.
I mean, are you sure my brother was there?
Pretty sure.
See, you don't know. You don't know.
No, the only reason why I'm not sure is because I'm trying to remember the family relation that's going on right now. I'm pretty sure that she's married to your brother.
No siblings. See?
No. Do you have siblings?
Not a single one.
Yep.
Came into existence 18. Was never a child.
So all the stories you've ever told me are just made up?
Probably.
All the stories you've ever told them are made up?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Do you hear that, guys?
No children.
He's been lying to you. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Otherwise, I would have stopped him. But he has been falsifying his entire identity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I apologize. Thus, I'm resigning from this podcast because I cannot deal with liars.
Bold-faced liars.
It was good knowing you, but I'm done.
About unknown siblings. Who needs siblings anyway? Who needs family? Not important.
They are too.
No.
Families are important.
Definitely don't need children of any kind. They're all evil.
Hey, my nephews are awesome.
They're evil.
And my niece-in-law.
Also evil.
Nope. Well,
and those,
who knows? They could be evil, but that's great because that means they're in our family. Our family is
And the
entirely built of evil people.
Nephew and nieces that I may or may not have, with these brothers I may or may not have, also evil.
No, we're all crazy and dark and twisted in my family.
Just children.
You were a child once.
No,
Yeah.
I refuse to accept that.
You have started out things of, wait a minute here. Okay, if you were not a child once, how is it that when we have conversations about old TV shows, you're like, I remember watching that growing up. Aha!
Caught up on it when I was 18.
Nope. You specifically
when I was 18.
said. Nope.
A very good
Total
falsified
lies.
identity.
Nope. we have video evidence. Because we had an entire What's in the Box built around old shows and nostalgia. I'm pretty sure even some of your questions in your little questionnaire dealt with being young.
Young as in 18.
No, younger than that.
Nostalgia from when I was 18. But I mean, if I came into existence at 18, I was probably 1 when I was 18. But I was still grown. So that makes me like 14 now.
Means I'm way older than you.
Yeah, look at that.
See, I am now officially the older one in the room, meaning I am your elder. And I say you're lying. You are a child.
And the
you
wife
are a child.
Can be old ladies.
You are officially a child. You're just lying. You're lying like a kid. I knew it. The truth comes out.
14-year-old, 32-year-old body.
That's gotta be pitiful.
I know.
Your immortality is gonna suck because this isn't gonna exist. Your body. I think you kind of want it the opposite way around because you're
probably.
So whoosh. Yeah. Your body's aging, and if you're still that young, by the time you get to the kind of interesting ages,
It's gonna be like
it's gonna be too late for you.
what was the name of it?
Benjamin Button?
Nope.
Nope.
The Robin Williams one.
Jack. That was such a good movie. So sad.
Oh yeah,
so
very sad, but
so
very
good.
Like, so yeah. Robin Williams is awesome. God, he's awesome.
He is very missed.
Yes.
Very, very missed.
Yes, he is.
Like, I hope he knows that even if he had never, if he had never tried to do anything else with his career, he still would have been, like, one of the most beloved human beings on this planet. Like, even if he never made a movie or starred in a commercial or anything ever again, like, everybody still loved him.
Oh, he was great. Did you ever watch that show?
Which one?
With Robin Williams. TV show he did. With him and Buffy. The Vampire Slayer. Girl. I forget her name.
Sarah
I think I only
Gellar?
had... Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah. I think it only had 2 seasons. It was good.
No,
I liked it.
I didn't watch it. I don't think so. Was that the Father of the Year one? No. Because he did... There was a really, really, really short-lived one, too. Was it?
I'm only aware of the show he did. I mean, it's like literally it got canceled like the year before his death.
Oh. I don't know. Do you remember the name of that show?
Not right off. I mean, we IMDb Robin Williams. I'm sure we can find it, but I do not remember the name of the show.
Robin Williams.
Whatever you do, don't if you haven't already, don't go back and watch Greatest Dad.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
That was a movie.
Oh, okay, so it was a movie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it for so many reasons. Not one of his finest works.
Oh. Okay, television, The Crazy Ones. That was 2013 to 2014. Yeah. He played Simon Roberts, 22 episodes. That's the last thing on his television. The Crazy Ones.
The Crazy Ones. I guess it has to be it. It doesn't sound particularly familiar, but I'm going to assume
it stars Robin Williams and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That's it then.
Loosely based on the life experiences of John R. Montgomery.
So many good movies. So
I forgot that. Well, I didn't forget. I knew he was, but he was on Happy Days.
Yeah, way back in the day.
I remember that. Happy Days, Mork and Mindy, Happy Days, and Out of the Blue as Mork.
The Crazy Ones. Yeah, I forget it being called that, but apparently it definitely was. But he did so much good things. So many good things. God.
course, my favorite stand-up of all time is Robin Williams live on Broadway.
Very funny. Very funny.
Literally quote that stand-up almost every single day at work. At least once.
I've seen it twice. Once, I remember, I think I watched it like Robert the first time or something. Oh. And then the second time, I watched it with the family. And it was very inappropriate in a family setting.
Why did you watch it with your family?
Because it was Robin Williams! And it was a stand-up.
And secondly, you just proved you have a family.
No, I did not!
Yes!
It was a lie! No. I never watched it with anyone. I lied!
Yay! You walked into that one.
It's a fake family.
Nope.
But still, very funny stand-up.
Yes.
Very, very funny. Like, wildly inappropriate, but very funny.
So at least one thing a day comes up, or nothing. Nothing has to spur it at all, and we just randomly quote something from it all the time, every single day at work. Sometimes it's the same lines, and I don't care.
Very funny. I wouldn't mind rewatching it. It's been a while though.
I might have to watch it.
And it would be very sad at this point to watch it. But
I've watched it, I don't know how many times now.
Yeah, I've seen it twice. It's been quite a few years. Quite a few years.
I guarantee you, it is still funny.
I'm sure it's funny, but it'll be equally as sad.
It is. It's still sad, but it's still... Robin Williams is still able to bring that same feeling of joy. Like, even though he is gone, going back and watching things he's been, watching his stand-up, it's just like, I don't know. There's like a connection there that you can't get with a lot of people. Like a lot of actors or comedians or anything. Like, it's still there. And like, we've had so many actors and stuff pass, and it's like you watch something there at the end and you're like, yeah, it's kind of sad or blah blah blah, but it's like Robin Williams still brings you to life. It still brings you this warm feeling of amazing and awesome, and you still feel connected to him. Got a fellow coworker to watch it because they said that they liked stand up, and they watched it, but how they explained it to me is it wasn't as funny as they thought it was going to be, but mostly because they didn't understand a lot of references, so they had to Google it.
I haven't seen it recently enough to understand why you didn't understand.
Well, I think that was the point, is because the stuff, like the events and stuff going on, are so dated that they were.
The comedy was dated.
Yeah, so they had to look up certain things about it to.
How young was that coworker?
Actually, older. Yeah, but they just had never seen it before.
Like very close coworker you may work with?
No, different department.
Oh, okay. Right.
But older, either old, kind of in the same age range as us, but I think a little older. I don't know exact age. But yeah, so it was interesting to hear, because I had never heard anybody that I've ever recommended say something like that. Say that they had to look up stuff in order to understand the jokes. And I was like, that's fine. I mean, they said it was still funny, but it was just not as funny as they were expecting.
Well, nothing's as funny if you have to look it up.
Yeah.
It kind of loses its pizzazz when you have to look it up. Like they always say, if you have to explain the joke, it's not a funny joke.
Yeah.
It's funny in the moment if you understand what it means.
I don't know. Just,
like most of my jokes.
Yeah.
They're funny in the moment, or they're just not, but I find them funny, so that's really the only thing.
And you just laugh whether anybody else is laughing or not.
I've got to.
Good times. No, I definitely need to watch that one again, because I want to.
Well, watch Mother first.
No! I can watch that when I pull it up on YouTube.
No! Swipe it away!
No. I can pull that one up. I could watch that one while I'm going to sleep tonight, okay?
Swipe it away.
I forgot what else I was going to watch now, besides Mother.
You're watching Mother, what are you doing?
But no, it was Robin Williams. I could have swore there was something else that I said that I needed to rewatch. But
Mother for the second time.
I still got to watch it the first time, okay?
Yes.
This is one of those things where it's like someone's pushing you so much that you're like, you know what? I'm never watching it. I'm never watching it again.
Well, that would be me, though. That's exactly what I would do.
You'd be like, you're bringing this so much up that this is not Spider-Man. This is not Spider-Man. This is Mother. Okay, if you tell me to watch it one more time, I'm never gonna see it. I'll chuck it out a window. What if it's here? It's exactly it. It's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to the library, pick up Mother. They're gonna be like, oh, we can. You know what? Put it back on the shelf. I'm done.
Just curious. I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious.
I know you're curious.
Curious.
You're pushy.
I'm curious.
You're pushy.
I am.
You're
but
curious.
I'm also cursed.
You're curious. You're curious.
Curse.
Who are you cursing?
Cursing.
Stop cursing our viewers.
Curious.
Yeah. Was talking about that today, about being, someone was saying something about being drunk, but when they got to the word drunk, they misspoke the word so badly. I was like, wow, when you're so drunk you can't even say the word drunk. And be like, Officer Durkirk. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I know you wouldn't. I wouldn't either. Because I've never been that drunk. I've been drunk enough to not... I've never been blackout drunk, and I've never been so drunk that I didn't know words. But I have been drunk enough to get dizzy. I think that's about it. And I've only gotten sick once. And that was because I went on a whiskey journey, and that was never again. But obviously not you, but when someone says, hey, we're going to try all these little tiny, like, half shots of whiskey to go on a journey, to experience, like, to actually taste them, not just drink them to get drunk, but to actually get the notes and just taste how they are. Just don't
It's like
do
wine
it.
tasting. You're supposed to spit it out.
Yeah. No, apparently you're not. That would have made more sense. Except this was burn. No, it was... Some of them were interesting, but by the end of it, you couldn't taste anything anyway, so I didn't know what was going on. It was just blah. It didn't help that beforehand, because I wasn't going to be included in it, I didn't really want to try all the different things. I had a different kind of drink, and then it turned into the little half things, and I was like, this is never going to happen again, ever, because I don't like whiskey. Why would you put something down your throat that literally burns? I don't like spicy stuff. Why would I drink that? You don't even like spicy stuff.
But that didn't stop me from doing about 60 episodes of drinking hot shots, okay?
How'd that go for you?
It went real well, okay?
Yeah, but even watching your episodes progressed. See, I can't talk when I'm sober, so when I'm drunk, apparently I'm perfect speech. But why? It seemed over time you just got used to it, though. Like,
so it made it worse. We had habanero peppers. And
oh, okay. I guess I didn't see those episodes. It's like I watched some of the earlier episodes, and it's like as they progressed, you could see that the shots weren't as, like, you weren't reacting as badly as you were in the early episodes. And I was like, that's bound to happen. That's why you have to change up the different sauces and stuff that you use.
No, it just made it worse.
Yeah.
They created a Godzilla shot, which was insanely hideous. The devil of a shot.
That's why occasionally I watch on YouTube, there's a group called But First We Feast, I think.
I've heard of it.
And they have a program called, was it Hot Shots?
Show called Hot Ones.
Hot Ones, there we go.
Yeah.
But yes,
I've seen a few episodes of Hot Ones.
I occasionally watch those. Like, I watched the Scarlett Johansson one. I watched the Kevin Hart one.
Robert watches a lot of them.
Yes.
I've only seen a couple.
I watched the Billie Eilish one. It's just like some of the people react so badly, so horribly, and then other people, it's like like that. The very last two is when they start cracking, but even still, like, they're talking normal and stuff like that.
Like, it'd be cool to be on the show. because I would totally go through all of them.
I watched Gordon Ramsay. I watched his. That was
one of the newer ones.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting because he was fine at first, and then as they progressed, I think he started critiquing the chicken, like how it's made and stuff like that. And then, like asking people like if the chicken was even cooked and stuff like that. And just normal Gordon Ramsay things to say. And then, of course, as it got hotter, he's like, I would not even he's like, I wouldn't put this on food. Yeah. It was excellent.
I'd have to eat through them all. I'd have to. Especially after some of the stuff I don't know how to sparkles. I'd have to.
I think it's a pride thing. Like, in the end, it's like, you're already this far. Your taste buds are gone anyways. You might as well keep going. I think it was Kevin Hart. They had to yell at him because he was sitting there talking, and he was talking about him crying, and so he went like this, and they're like someone off screen was like, hey. So they're like, keep your hands away from your eyes, and he's like, what? And he's like, don't touch your eyes.
Because you're going to have a whole different reaction if those get to your eyes. I promise. You're going to regret that till the end of your days.
And then he, of course, did his own as he's panicking stuff, he has his own Kevin Hart way. I forgot what he was drinking. It was something that wasn't normal. Wasn't normal compared to what most people have. Either they have water or milk or something like that. He had something completely different. But he...
you don't want water. You want milk.
Yeah.
And
most people go for the water, actually.
No, you want milk. Water's not going to do a whole lot.
But he had drank all of it, and he's like, can I get another one? He's like, you over here watching me suffer?
Kevin Hart's a funny man.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I liked watching his.
I'm actually quite looking forward to Jumanji 3.
2.5?
3 technically.
2? Because separation.
3 technically.
Fine.
I forget what they call it. It's Jumanji whatever. Back into the jungle or something like that.
That would be interesting.
But
is it the same cast?
You haven't seen a commercial for it?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about it's in theory.
No,
okay.
no. There's a commercial and everything.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look for it.
This one is... Because I think the end of the last one, the console kind of burnt up or something. And the main kid is fixing it and goes into it. But then the other kids come over to see what's going on. And Danny Glover and... Oh, God. No, I know it's Stefan. Disappoint myself very seriously. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And the Penguin from the original Batman. And...
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito. Danny Glover and Danny DeVito are in this now.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're like their grandfathers or something.
Okay.
And they go down to the basement to go see what's going on with him. And they get sucked back into the game.
Jumanji, the next level.
And, but this time, people don't go, everyone's in a different body this time. But Danny Glover and Danny DeVito are with them now. The Rock is, I forget, he's one of the two. And, he's, I think, Danny DeVito. And Danny Glover is now Kevin Hart. So, and it looks very funny. It looks very, very funny.
I will have to...
We have multiple trailers we're checking out after this. It's just happening.
Apparently,
So I'm actually looking forward to it. The last one was better than I expected it to be. Very different from the original. A little disappointing, but very different. But still fun to watch. And I think this one's going to be as much fun.
So apparently... Wait, what are the other trailers?
There was something else. I don't remember now. There was another trailer. Something I meant to get you to watch before we started this, but you didn't. And
I don't know. You showed me The Boys, which we haven't talked about yet.
We haven't talked about The Boys.
And there's that one.
But there's another. I think I know what it was, but it's not that important at this point. But
What was it?
it's something. Something's not important, like I said.
What
So,
was it?
like I said, The Boys.
No.
I showed her
no,
the trailer too.
No.
The
no,
Boys.
No.
Boys,
no,
very
no,
good.
No.
Y'all
no,
should all go
no,
watch it. The
no,
first
no.
episode is really good. I recommend.
It got you to stop, didn't it?
What is that?
Now, what was the other trailer?
Nothing important.
It doesn't
It
matter
wasn't
if it was
even
important or
it's
not.
not important.
It doesn't matter if it's important. It's the fact that I can't remember, so I want to know.
Maybe you'll know afterwards. It's already something we've talked about, so it's in the past.
No. I'm not
And
going to
if it's
learn
in the
from
past,
it. I'm going to run.
it don't matter.
No. Just tell me.
Just saying.
Just tell me.
I'm just saying.
You and your imaginary family need to tell me.
You can ask them.
I will ask Sandy.
You do that. See how well that works. Oh, that was another actual trailer. It's not even a trailer. It was something. It was just something. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't
Apparently,
matter. It was in the past. It doesn't matter.
If it makes enough of you, if it's in your head enough to be like, it doesn't matter, then it means it's still there. So what is it?
Because you keep talking about it. I tried to move on to The Boys. That was fun.
We were
and enjoyable.
literally talking about, hey, what do we need to watch after this? And then we started naming off things.
Jumanji.
And now you're suddenly like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Jumanji, because it doesn't matter.
It's part of that conversation, so it does
It's
matter.
a conversation. It doesn't matter. It was before this.
Okay, so then if you bring it up after the show, I'm going to just tell you to fuck off.
That's
So
fine.
we're good.
It
Now,
doesn't matter.
moving on to
It's
The
in the
Boys.
past. The
Okay,
Boys.
it's in the
Boys. The Boys.
Okay.
The superhero film that's based on.
It's not a film. You told me it's not a film. You told me it's a
It's not-
series.
It is a series.
Okay, then.
8-episode series. It's an 8-episode series on Amazon Prime that's based on a comic about superheroes.
I've only seen the trailer. He's seen the first episode.
Yes. So quite a few things that were in the trailer were in the first episode. So
It tends to happen.
yeah. Like home dude running through dude's girlfriend.
Interesting.
Yeah. You saw that in the trailer, and him just holding her arms. It's very intense.
I'm
scene.
sorry I couldn't stop.
And that's what leads everything in the direction it starts going into the film. So it's very adult, very mature. Hence one that. Hence two. One of the other main guys can turn invisible, so he hangs out in the bathroom a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes sense.
This guy that can get really small. Wasn't the commercial? I don't know that commercial. They can get really small. That jumps into somewhere. So
Lovely.
yeah. So I mean, it's a lot more. You never watched Powers. It reminds me a lot of Powers.
No, I didn't.
I enjoyed Powers. This has a better budget than Powers had, but it reminds me of Powers in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it seemed pretty high budget according to the trailer.
Yeah, it's very. They definitely put money into the show.
Yeah.
Which gives me hope because they're supposed to also be doing like the I think it's the Lord of the Rings prequel series. I think it's them. Yeah. So
I'm still waiting for the Dark Tower series.
we've started to get filming on. I mean, not filming on characters and stuff and actors. So, which also gives me hope for that. Maybe will be a budget behind it. So that'll be good.
I'm just uneasy about the actors. Have we gotten any yet, or is it just
We went over it a little bit.
we did?
Yeah, we did because they showed the Man in Black and they showed Roland, but it was like a guy that was like 20 something.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we're like,
that's right.
That
that's
doesn't
right.
really work if we're talking about current Roland, and it doesn't really work if we're talking about young Roland. So I'm not real sure where we're at.
Yep, I remember now.
Because then we went into just how we would do the movie.
Yeah.
And we plotted the whole, like, this is how we would do it.
They should have just come talk to us.
Yeah, they should have. They don't really care about us that much, but they should have.
Are you sure?
I'm
Are
pretty
you sure?
positive. Pretty darn positive.
I'm pretty sure that they, they care about everything we say, okay?
Oh, yeah, they're totally watching the show. They're like, yeah, let's go get that Stefan and Amanda characters there. They know what to do.
Okay. It has its Roland and its Man in Black. The gunslinger Roland Deschain will be played by Sam Strike, who looks like he's 12, but
The thing is, I don't know how old he actually is, but the thing, he looks like, again, he looks in between.
Yeah.
Or they may young him down a little bit. Kind of like how we have Tom Holland, who's like 24 or something, playing a 16-year-old.
and it says he was cast on the long-running British soap EastEnders and were recently starred on the sci-fi horror series Night Flyers.
Yeah, no other things.
And though his role is not confirmed, Deadline reports that Finnish actor Jasper Pakokin, he was on Vikings. Okay, so it's a very interesting last name.
Yeah, I remember we looked him up.
Yeah.
The thing is also is that they casted the Man in Black for how young this Roland seems. You can't have the Man in Black and a young Roland in the same movie. Or in the same time period, because they don't make sense together. Unless he's going to be playing...
Well, no, he's going to be playing Martin. It says, we'll play the Man in Black, who has many different aliases, and in this story will go by Martin Broadcloak. So he's playing Martin.
Oh. But that means he'll have like a severe minor role.
It depends. Because, I mean...
Unless they change it completely, because he didn't have a big role in that time frame if he's playing young Roland.
I don't know. We also didn't have... I've never read the graphic novels either, so I don't know if they're because the first book literally starts out when older Roland. Even the bits and pieces that we got is not a complete story, so I'm sure they're pulling from the graphic novels as well.
Well, the graphic novels aren't canon.
I'm just saying, though.
They're not canon.
It doesn't matter. They have to get story from somewhere, and if Stephen King gives the okay, it doesn't freaking matter.
That's where the story is going to be.
Oh, God. Here we go. I'm just
don't give them permission to screw this
Jasper.
up. Don't give them permission.
Okay, there he is. I was like, Jasper, I can't spell your last name, but I'm going to try. So, I mean, he's not, like, ancient.
Oh, but he's not young either. I don't know. We'll see.
Either way, he looks like he could play some creepy dude who's hitting on someone's
Again, but that means his role would be minor and small. Because we don't spend a lot of time in Gilead.
They're making a series, okay? They're not making a movie, meaning they have to draw out his younger years.
Yeah, no, but there's more than enough content in the fourth book to make an entire first season.
I don't know what they're going to do.
And if we do one season per book, that's still 7 seasons of
Either way,
show.
this is only 2 characters that they've gotten so far, okay?
And I'm already disappointed. That's the issue. We hope for the best. We're really going to hope for the best.
I've never seen Sam Strike yet. I've never seen him act. I don't know how he is, how they're going to dress him. I don't know anything about that. And I also have never seen Jasper, because I never watched Vikings. I've heard it's really good, but I've never had the platform to really watch it.
I think we said he watched part of the first season.
I've heard it's really, really good. It's just I haven't had a chance.
I ain't got time for all that. I've got to make time to watch The Boys.
By the way, you have a movie you need to watch.
I got a movie too. So there's that too.
So you guys, you have to make sure you hold him to watching.
You do. Nick, by next month, What's in the Box, I would have watched the movie.
Nope.
Hold me to that.
You guys have to
hold me to that.
Have to
next month, What's in the Box.
You have to comment on every single one of our videos telling him to watch this movie. It's House at the End of the Street. It's not like it's a new movie. But it's Jennifer Lawrence, and I cannot remember his name. We just had to
because they're important.
No, he's really good.
No, Jennifer Lawrence is the only important character.
He plays the brother on Bates Motel. He played in... Oh my goodness.
Except not important. Jennifer
Max Theriot. Or Therio. I don't know how fancy people are getting with their names.
Again, Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay. Anyways, Bates Motel, he was in The Pacifier.
See, this works perfect. I'll be watching my movie with Jennifer Lawrence, and you'll be watching your movie with Jennifer Lawrence.
Apparently he was in Jumper.
Really enjoyed Jumper.
What was it? What did he
I only
play
remember
in
two
Jumper?
characters. I only remember two characters, and that was the main one and the side one. Oh, and then Samuel Jackson. So
The main one, the side one, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Kirsten Hayden, whatever the heck his name is, bad Star Wars kid, and Samuel Jackson.
Bad Star Wars kid. Bad Star Wars.
Whatever.
Hayden Christensen.
There you Hayden Christensen. There he is.
And Jamie Bell is your side character
Okay.
you're talking about.
He was fun. He was enjoyable.
David Rice.
That's the name.
I don't know if he was on the same team as maybe your side dude, but
I don't know what you mean by that. Side dude didn't have any friends.
okay.
He was by himself, living in a pyramid. I don't know what.
Dude, are we thinking about the same movie? Because there's an entire cast I am not knowing that was in this movie, apparently. Okay, according to Google, Jumper has Max Theriot,
Don't know who that is.
the one I was just talking about,
Okay.
Kristen Stewart,
I mean, she could have played the love interest. I don't remember, though.
Michael Rooker.
That name sounds familiar. I don't know who that is.
I'm ignoring you from now on.
What are you talking about?
Yondu!
He was a dad.
It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, apparently. But,
And Kristen Stewart must have been the love interest.
well, then who is Anna Sophie Robb?
The other love interest.
Because I think I would have known. I think I would have recognized Kristen Stewart as the love interest. I mean,
Not if she was in that before she was popular. But maybe that was the love interest, and then Kristen Stewart's like a side character, like a friend of the love interest, and the only reason her name's up there is because now she's big. Or bigger. I don't know.
I now apparently have to pull up the plot for Jumper because my brain is really just twisting all this up. Come on, Wiki, don't fail me now.
I really like Jumper.
Jumper was really good.
Few movies I like with Hayden Kirsten.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Christensen. Hayden
Star Wars kid.
Christensen. Okay. 15-year-old David Rice. Oh. Okay, so he plays Little. He plays, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Wasn't Hayden Christensen's name David?
I don't remember that much.
Yeah. Okay, so Max Theriot plays 15-year-old David Rice.
Okay.
He gives his crush, Millie Harris, the Anna Sophia Robb, whatever, a snow globe. A bully throws it into a river, and then he goes and... Yeah. Okay, and then 8 years later, adult David, which is Hayden Christensen. So, okay, so technically you're right. It is both a love interest, but they're both the same character. It's just older.
And she was the love interest, older, and we didn't know who she was.
Oh, no, never mind. He returns to Ann Arbor seeking his old crush Millie, Rachel Bilson.
Then who the heck is she?
I don't know!
Here's another character we don't know.
Maybe oh, wait, okay. David visits his long-lost mother, Mary, and discovers his younger half-sister, Sophie, Kristen Stewart.
There we go.
Okay.
Don't remember that character at all, but hey, we'll go with it. So they say it's a plot, I'll agree with them.
I don't know. I don't remember that part of the movie at all. But, yeah.
I don't remember the half-sister at all.
So, the love interest was... The young love interest is the Millie person, and Max was the young David. So, I don't know. Kristen Stewart might be a blip in the movie. That was it.
Probably. But again, she's on the list because she's Kristen Stewart now, who has now been on the Twilights. She's playing in the new Charlie's Angels movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
That looks okay at best.
Yeah. Yeah. Twilight also came out in 2008. So November 21st, 2008. And then Jumper came out February 14th, 2008.
So, beginning and end of the year.
And then Kristen Stewart did roles when she was little Like I remember the movie Catch That Kid. It came on like the Disney Channel or whatever. Where
just like the 3rd episode of Black Mirror, season 5.
But no, it's the one where her dad like owns like a racetrack kind of thing, and it's threatened to be closed down. So she gets a bunch of people to gets a bunch of kids together to break into a bank and steal money.
The Goonies.
No, they were looking for treasure. I don't know when the last time you watched The Goonies was.
Little Rascals.
No, still not even close.
2 movies I personally enjoyed.
Anyways, guys.
I've got a pickle. I've got a pickle. I've got a pickle. Hey, 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 hey.
Good night.
And I think that's a wrap. I think we've really just drugged this podcast into the ground at this
officially
point.
ended with Kristen Stewart. Okay.
I don't know. That's not a great end.
Well,
Go watch Mother. We'll end it with Jennifer Lawrence. You watch Mother or Jennifer Lawrence. I'll watch House, whatever it's called.
so you can't even remember the name.
With Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, fine. If I tomorrow get that movie, you're watching yours.
I gotta go see Kiki tomorrow.
I don't care.
I'm watching Kiki tomorrow.
That's fine. If I get the movie from the library at some point by the end of this week, you're watching your movie.
That's the end of the week. I could probably manage that.
Okay.
I can manage that. But Kiki's delivery service probably happening tomorrow.
Well, then go watch
I'm gonna ask
Kiki's.
the wife if she would like to assist with also the watch.
Assist.
It's probably
He needs assistance when he watches movies.
I do. Don't say things. Moving on. Moving on. We're going to end the podcast there.
Okay,
for sure.
well, I guess that's better than the last point. So, goodbye.
As always, you can reach me at Stars and Travel. Reach Amanda at KZ Pop. Reach Show at Beyond Our Focus. Everywhere, including podcast services and YouTube, where maybe you're watching this now. Subscribe, comment, like. We'd appreciate all those fancy things. Anything else before we go?
Go watch movies. Go do things. Go make things. Have fun.
Report on Mother. I like Joe's opinion as well.
Do they need to make a book report?
Yes.
Except it's a movie
I
report,
actually really appreciate
a film
that.
Report. You need a 3-page
20,000
double
word.
spaced.
Single space.
No? Come on.
Single space.
No.
Every line. 20,000 words.
You wouldn't even write that.
No.
3-page double spaced, okay?
I hate writing. Not one of my special.
And it's fine if one of your paragraphs is just the entire mother over and over again. Okay.
See, I would love for you to watch it, not research what it's actually about, and then write an essay on what you think it's about for me to analyze, because that would be amazing.
Okay, that's what we'll do, guys. On that note, though.
Till next time! Long days and pleasant nights.